Hey guys, what is up? It's HWorld back with another video, and today we are watching 5 extremely strange and creepy paranormal photographs. So this is a really interesting video again, and let's just dive right in. By the way, if you're questioning what glasses I am wearing, they are drive-by night glasses and they put out the blue light of your TVs, of your laptop, PC, TV screen as well, because blue light is harmful for your eyes, and that is why I'm wearing this right now. I have normal glasses for this kind of situation, but I can't find them anymore. I guess they're somewhere else. So let's just dive right in, and we are going to react to this video.
This world is full of questions that could potentially remain unanswered. One of those being, do ghosts really exist? And are there such things as paranormal beings? 1 in 3 British people and 45% of the entire population of America say yes. And take all the other countries, most of which heavily associate ghosts, spirits and demons into their religions. And it's safe to say billions of people around the world believe in some kind of paranormal activity. The trouble is, how can anyone prove if they are true or not? Well, although photos and videos should be the perfect proof of the people's beliefs, with the amount of fakes out there, it's hard to know what to take seriously. But after searching around, I have found 5 pretty strange photographs that I cannot say prove the existence of ghosts, but since they have not yet been debunked, they will certainly get you thinking. So as always, sit back and enjoy. The Backseat Ghost. Now this next photograph, if credible, is very moving. It was taken in July 2016 by Melissa Kurtz's 13-year-old daughter, Harper. Melissa was driving her daughter to a beauty pageant in Florida, and whilst driving along the Maitland Highway, Harper got bored and started to take selfies on her mother's camera. It wasn't until a month later, when Melissa was looking through the photos on her camera, that she noticed the ghostly face of a young boy hovering behind her daughter's seat. Melissa claims it was just her and her daughter in the car,
Holy shit.
and the boy is not familiar to them. Convinced the apparition was real, Melissa did—
What is that? What the f... What?
some research and discovered the stretch of road they were travelling along was the scene of a fatal crash exactly a year earlier. Despite not being able to find out specific details of the accident, she became convinced that it must have involved a child, who was showing itself in the photograph.
And it's also that he's just being shown half, like it's not the whole. Like look here, 1 second, look here. This part, I think this is like see-through. This is only half of his face. What? Holy shit.
Melissa shared the photo with paranormal investigators and they couldn't explain it, but believe it was genuine, claiming it appears the ghost of a young boy is trying to warn Harper to wear her seatbelt, as she was not wearing it that day and frequently travels without wearing one.
What? No.
Melissa even submitted the image to Greg Potcher, Director of Parapsychology, Afterlife and Paranormal Studies at Eidolon Project in Canada. And after using an image analysis program on the picture, he concluded that the picture was most likely authentic. He explained that, in his view, spirits are more prone to remain earthbound when they die in unexpected circumstances like an accident, as there is a chance the boy does not know he is dead yet and could haunt the highway forever, possibly warning people like Harper to wear a seatbelt so they do not end up like him. It seems that Harper is no stranger to paranormal activity, as her mother claims this is not the only experience her daughter has had.
Okay.
When she was younger, she drew unusual glyphs, and when her mother researched them, they were about the archangel Raphael and how he banished the demon Asmodeus to hell. As of yet, no one has been able to debunk this photograph.
If I hear something like that, then I'm already like, you know, is it really real or are they just faking it? But it is also entirely possible that that girl has some kind of connection to that world or something similar, you know?
Linen Mill Girls. You may have seen this photograph flying around the internet because it was quite popular a few months back. At first glance, this image just looks like a group of women posing for a photograph. It was taken in the 1900s and is of mill workers in Belfast. All of the women, apart from the one on the left, have their arms tightly folded. However, if you look closely at the woman in the third row to the right, she has an unexplained hand resting on her shoulder. It can't belong to any of the ladies in the shot, as all of their hands are accounted
What
for.
in the what?
It's as if someone is standing to the side of her with their arm around her shoulder, because you can even make out what seems like fingernails. Except there is no one there, not even out of shot as you would see their arm, unless they are hiding behind the lady and reaching up. I think it's safe to say that it's definitely someone's hand and not a flaw in the photograph, and it hasn't been tampered with. The question is, whose hand is it? Someone simply hiding, or something more unexplained?
Holy shit,
What we do know
that's
about
weird.
this is that the lady is Ellen Donnelly, and she worked at the mill over 100 years ago. The photo only surfaced last year when her granddaughter uploaded it to the Belfast Live website and referred to it as the family ghost picture, which caused people to speculate on what could explain it. But to date, nothing has been confirmed. What do you think's going on?
That's so creepy.
The restaurant ghost. When paranormal investigators were called to a restaurant in the United Kingdom, in a place called Wakefield, they found more than what they were expecting. The East Drive paranormal team were called in after a CCTV camera filmed a glass being picked up and thrown against the bar, as well as other unexplained activity. They also sensed the presence of a middle-aged man and claimed they made contact with a little girl's ghost, who they say was picked up on infrared monitors. During their visit, they also heard strange tapping noises, murmuring, humming, and chanting. But the biggest shock came when their thermal imaging camera picked up the clear image of a figure stood in one of the empty rooms. When they later reviewed the photo they had taken, one of them pointed out the similarity to the image and horror villain Jason Voorhees. Investigators believe that building work at the recent renovated restaurant had disturbed the spirits living there. After checking the area, they discovered that many years ago, there used to be an old police station and courthouse just up the road, where criminals were hung for their crimes, and believe the man they witnessed was one of those criminals. Wakefield is also known to have a network of tunnels underneath it, which led to the police station, prison, and courthouse, and one of these tunnels is directly under the restaurant. However, despite the intervention of a medium asking the spirit to leave the building, the strange incidents still continue to this day, and the restaurant attracts visitors not just for its food, but also for its supposed paranormal activity.
Yeah, okay. I think that's why
Backseat Ghost.
that photo was there.
This eerie apparition was spotted when the owner of the house was looking through some old photographs of the building, when he noticed what looked like a face peering out of one of the top floor windows. The house is located in Anglesey in Wales and has a checkered past. It was built just after the First World War had ended and had seen the deaths of 4 members of the same family. The first was the present owner's great-grandmother, who died just 6 weeks after moving into the house in 1923. Then a year later, a 14-week-old baby also passed away in the home, along with his mother and grandfather. The owner has always felt the place is haunted and explained that one incident convinced him that something paranormal was still living there. It started when his Labrador dog was in the hallway making his way to the front door to go outside, when suddenly a ball came hurtling towards the dog from the kitchen. It was as if the ball had been thrown, even though no one was in the kitchen at the time. The dog froze in terror and looked towards the room, yelped very loudly and refused to go near the kitchen. There was also another occasion when all of the lights in the house were switched on, but when someone walked into the kitchen, they all turned off. Thinking it was a fault with the electrics, they checked to see if the main switch had tripped, but soon realized the kitchen light had been completely turned off, despite no one touching it. The owner thinks the figure may be his late mother, as she had long black hair and was already dead when the photo was taken, although he cannot be sure. Despite this, he is not scared of the house and said that at the end of the day, it's my ancestral home, and the farmhouse has been in the family for 5 generations. What's your thoughts on the photograph?
I would never go there
Hurricanes and
again.
twisters.
Like if the light turned
This next picture is a
on.
super strange one, and was suggested to me by Ryan, who sent it to me by email. He first saw the photo at a young age, and for years has always wondered what exactly the picture is showing. After taking a look myself, I am also confused as to what is going on. It's a picture from the 1979 book called Hurricanes and Twisters by Robert Irving, and the photo in question was taken on June 11th, 1953, 2 days after a devastating tornado struck Worcester in Massachusetts. The tornado is in the top 30 worst tornadoes in USA history and killed 94 people and destroyed 4,000 buildings. What's odd about the picture is that no one seems to know who the three figures in it are. They seem to be wearing white robes and one looks headless. It could just be part of the rubble, but really looking at it, it does seem like three figures. It's definitely strange, and there doesn't seem to be any information on the photo, because I can imagine very few people have seen it. Even in the book, no mention is made to the figures. What's your thoughts? Is it an illusion from the rubble, or is there more to this than we think?
Maybe they are just statues that were there. But you don't know, I don't know. Maybe they were just statues that... I don't know, man, but if they were statues then they would have been thrown around by the hurricane. That's so weird. That's so weird.
So, that's 5 creepy photographs, possibly showing paranormal beings. I would love to hear your thoughts on them, and whether or not you
Wow. That was so incredibly creepy, guys. This ain't normal stuff. Like the last one, it wasn't that creepy. I think the first one was the creepiest. The first one was the weirdest out of them all. But hey, what are your thoughts on this video? Which of the photos did you think was the creepiest? Put it in the comment section down below. But man, these type of videos, they creep me out a little, but they are also very interesting to watch. So tell me you guys, what did you think was the creepiest one in the comment section down below? I will reply to you, I will read the comments. If you like this video, please like this video by giving it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to comment in the comment section down below. And subscribe and enable notifications if you like this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. HD World out.